day has finally come, my little half-moms. I am trying prosthetic makeup for the first time. I really don't know how this is going to go. I feel nervous for some reason. I don't know why. It's not like I'm being cut for real. Maybe it's like nervous about it looking bad or not working on my skin specifically. I don't know. We are going to jump right into it. So I bought the spirit gum and remover. Weird how small the spirit gum is compared to the remover. These are from Party City, and I bought the cut set. I wanted to choose like the simplest looking one so we can see how it sort of looks before I move on to like the more intricate designs. I really like the ones where it looks like you've cut like words or a symbol into your skin, and I definitely want to try those. Okay, so first we gotta do what's called a patch test to make sure that my skin doesn't react in an unpleasant way to any of the materials. So let's put on a little spirit gum. Maybe this is what I was nervous about, like the texture, like how it's gonna feel on my skin. Okay, spirit gum, here we go. Yeah, the spirit gum feels perfectly fine. Now let's try the adhesive remover. Yeah, just feels normal, so we're ready to go. The spirit gum, if you touch it, is basically like glue, and the adhesive remover is more liquid and runny. So I wonder if like the adhesive remover like thins it out. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Wow, the adhesive remover actually works really quickly. Okay, so this is my first little prosthetic cut. It's a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be. Very floppy. After seeing it against my skin, I'm kind of worried that it'll look like this, but who knows, maybe the spirit gum will fix that. It says that you can apply the spirit gum to either the appliance or on the area on your skin where you're gonna put it. I'm just gonna do both for good measure, you know, just like to make super duper sure that it doesn't fall off. Here we go. We're gonna stick it into place. Oh, I was right. It does sort of match your skin. Like the lightness goes away. It becomes more transparent. I'm liking it so far. I think if the part is still light, then that means you need to put more spirit gum underneath because it's not fully sticking. I feel like a new woman. I wasn't able to get all of it transparent, but maybe that'll happen when it dries. Anyways, we're just gonna let this dry for a bit. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. Talk about the state of the horror genre or something? So how about those Five Nights at Freddy's, kids? Halloween Horror Nights, that's going on right now. Speaking of, oh my god, the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise line this year, you guys. I want literally everything. The designs are so perfect. I'm actually going to be going this year. It's going to be my first year doing Horror Nights or any real big haunted attraction in general. I've just been so obsessed with the lore and the culture behind Halloween Horror Nights for a long time. And Stranger Things is coming, which is one of my favorite shows ever, and Season 4 was probably my favorite, so of course I am going to have to experience that in person. I watched videos of both Hollywood and Orlando, and the houses look so good. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to hit every house because I'm only going for one night, but Stranger Things is definitely like the one that we have to do or we're not going. But other than that, I guess if I had to pick others, probably Universal Monsters. I just really like that franchise. Or the Latin American Monsters has really interesting imagery. The Exorcist might be quite interesting. I really liked the vibe of the last version of The Exorcist they did at Halloween Horror Nights. People apparently really don't like that house because it's like the same room over and over, which I get, but I liked that one because it focused less on the jump scares and more on the scenery. I've always wanted Horror Nights to do a house that's like super psychological and like the opposite of what you've come to expect from horror nights. But imagine, like, there's this man in the room dressed in all black, and, like, you're standing in front of him waiting for him to jump scare you, but then he doesn't. I think in some cases, stuff slowly coming towards you can be a lot scarier than a straight up jump scare. Alright, enough ranting about scare tactics. The appliance feels pretty dry, and it says that you can add fake blood to make it more realistic. I've never considered this kind of fake blood to be realistic, but sure, why not? Maybe the reason why the kind of like typical costume blood, maybe it doesn't work because I'm just not using it right, I guess. That looks like a hot dog. It looks really good if like it pulls together like this, but you really have to put on a lot of it. Horror and makeup people of YouTube, am I doing it wrong? I just don't think it looks that great with this sort of fake blood. I don't know, like I said, maybe I am using costume blood wrong, or like I need to apply more or something. But I honestly kind of think it looked better when it had no blood on it. Now we're going to clean off the blood. Could I call myself a miracle worker? Because, you know, I heal wounds just by rubbing stuff on the... Wow, it came off even without the spirit gum remover. I'm not really sure if you can use this again. You can reuse these, which is good news, because there's a lot of cool ones that I can definitely see me using for loads of different costumes and outfits. And it'd be kind of annoying to buy the same one over and over again. The cleanup actually went a lot quicker and easier than I thought it was going to be. You just have to like use wipes or towels, some adhesive remover, wash your hands a couple times, and it's gone. Well, my little hack moms, that was my first foray into prosthetic makeup. I didn't think it looked that great, but hey, you know, this is literally my first time, and I bet with time and practice, it'll end up looking really cool and realistic, and maybe some of my characters are about to get the makeovers of their lives.